Hello everyone, this is Hunter from The Planet, and we are going to be opening 3 boxes of Burst Protocol today, Yu-Gi-Oh's newest set, probably the hypest set that we've had in quite a while. There's a lot of really good hits out of this set right now, some really valuable staples, so hopefully we hit some. Let's see how we do. Alright, first box, and we can see the new Dragon Link staple is being featured on this box. Hopefully we can get one of these guys for ourselves. All right, so let's begin. Starting off right away with a good ultra rare from Elf Notes. Hopefully this bodes well for this box. So we can see one of the new Dragon Link Boral staples here. Not the most exciting of the bunch. Hopefully we get some more interesting ones coming out, but Dragon Link is definitely going to be one of those big decks to look out for. Hopefully we can talk a little bit more about that as we progress. Ooh, and here we have Exo Sister Carmael. Not really sure how to pronounce this one yet. This is the new Exo Sister support card. A lot of people are still trying to figure out how Exo Sister is going to land in this new format. I think it's going to be a little bit better than some people are saying. However, as far as I understand, they did get a little messed up on localization. So we might be waiting for an errata coming out on Carmael at some point here. Or, sorry, not on Carmael, but on the other Exo Sister support card, which I believe was mistranslated. Oh, what is that? Oh, nice. Good hit on a good deck. This is a Starlight of K9X Ripper M. This is a really funny card. It board wipes itself. You know, in the wake of all of the new K9 hits, we might be seeing this card making its way into deck lists. And this is a very pretty copy. So already making some good progress on this box. And a secret rare Dark Lord Evening Star out of the very next pack. This card definitely looks great. The art on all these new Dark Lord cards are fantastic. Can't really say whether or not this one's going to be playable, but man, I hope so. So obviously the biggest hit out of this set right now is going to be Forbidden Crown. That's going to be the #1 that most people are after. However, you know, there's definitely, oh, here we go, Exo Sister Betrayal. So this is actually the card that got a slight localization error. I'll go ahead and put that probably up on screen right here so that we can kind of compare and contrast it. Right now, I'm not super sure what it is, but I have heard from some Exo Sister players that it's a pretty rough translation error on this card. But as I was saying, Forbidden Crown is definitely going to be the biggest hit of the set. Oh, and this guy here is probably the biggest wild card of the set, Mercurium the Living Quicksilver. Definitely one of those cards that is still trying to be sort of felt out exactly how playable this is, but I would not be surprised to see Mercurium showing up in a lot of deck lists. But as I was saying, each time I've gotten interrupted now, Forbidden Crown, definitely the #1 hit out of this set. You know, everyone's going to be looking for that Forbidden Crown. It's definitely going to be a meta warping card. It's going to change the way that people are deck building and side decking especially. So if nothing else from Burst Protocol is going to have a huge meta impact, then you can definitely expect Forbidden Crown too. Hopefully we see one here today. Oh, hey, speaking of which, right here, Forbidden Crown, secret rare. Now this is definitely one of the most valuable cards of the set. Obviously we would love to see it in Starlight, but even as a secret, I mean, just look at this. Looking at this text box, I mean, it's just ridiculous, right? Negate effects, can't attack, can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, unaffected, can't be tributed, can't be used as material. This is the biggest red no card that's ever been printed in Yu-Gi-Oh! Probably. So now that we've hit that Forbidden Crown, the question is, what do we hope we hit next? And I think the number one sort of wild card outside of what we've already spoken about is going to be Spenta the Magistus, new Magistus support card, which if you've seen some of the combos online that people are doing with that card, it seems like a war crime. So definitely hoping that we can pull at least 1 or 2 copies out of these 3 boxes. The new TCG World Premiere archetype makes a appearance here, GMX. Sadly, these cards don't seem to be very good, but it's a really fun theme, and it's definitely been heard of before by Konami to release these kind of weaker TCG World Premiere archetypes and then support them later. So, you know, I wouldn't count out GMX totally just yet. Box, everything looked a little nicer. Some Elf Note Power Patron. We haven't really hit any of the super good Elf Note cards yet, and when we do, we can talk more about them. But that's definitely one of the archetypes out of Burst Protocol that we're expecting to see the most sort of hype around. More Dark Lords. A lot of Dark Lord and Archfiend support out of this set. Anybody who's into those kind of older archetypes is probably very happy right now. And Assault Mode. We can't forget the new Assault Mode support. Historically, probably one of the worst archetypes ever printed, actually getting playable now. So, just goes to show that every archetype has its time in the sun in Yu-Gi-Oh! And the last card of this first box. I have no idea what this card even is. Oh, it's Magnet Warrior support, of course. How could I forget? New Magnet Warrior support also coming out in this set. I've seen some videos, people saying that it's actually pretty solid. So, out of this first box, we actually did pretty well for ourselves. We got a Starlight, so we automatically can't complain. We got the #1 hit of the set. So double can't complain, and then some of these nice little pretty cards over here. Let's see how we do on the next box. All right, now for box number 2. Gonna leave these 2 cards over here for good luck. Starting off with an Archfiend Emperor, a Ritual Pendulum card. Old Yu-Gi-Oh fans, avert your eyes now. Oh, and here we have Dracotail Shaldus. So this is a really important card coming out in the new Dracotail deck, seeing as we got a lot of those limits in the most recent ban list. This card is a really good consistency tool. I think we're going to see a lot of people running 1 copy of Shaldus in the extra deck. Really helps with recycling those new cards that have been limited. Some more Elf Note support. Hopefully we see some synchros soon. And just as a reminder, every single card that we pull is going to be available to purchase at our web store or in person. Oh, here we go. Elf Note Fortuna. Here's another of the Elf Notes. It's one of the supers. Definitely not sad to see that. Yeah, every card that you see in this video is going to be available to purchase right from our store at deplanet.com or in person. Nightmare Hands. Some extra illusion support. I love my illusion cards. Sadly, the Hecka Hands, not that good. But we'll have our time in the sun eventually. Some more Power Patrons for the synchro piles. We know that Synchro is definitely going to be one of the strongest decks on the horizon because of the new hand traps that are going to be coming out. OCG's been making a huge stink about some new hand traps. New Boral Fusion card. Now, of course, the number one winner out of this set, and which we haven't actually seen anything from yet. Oh, well, I wasn't about to say this. I was about to say branded. But Radiant Typhoon here is definitely one of the strongest decks that has been coming out at the last couple formats. It's been doing a great amount of work in Genesis, and this card in particular is a huge piece of why this card is, or why this deck is starting to do better in the OCG too. So beautiful card, beautiful secret rare. Happy to hit that. Okay, so jump cut. Suddenly we're in a completely different place, but don't panic. It is still the same box opening. Just had to go into the back room for a little bit because we are a store, and during store hours we got to have some customers. So it doesn't really make a good environment for a box break. That's fine though. So what I was saying before, I'm not sure if this is exactly the point that I was about to be kind of going down, but branded seems to be like the number one kind of deck of the Burst Protocol format. That's getting a lot of stuff that is just going to make it incredibly good. I'm sure everyone's seen Branded in White by now, or White Albaz rather. And you know, that's not even like all of it. There's the new Synchro, there's fusion options, there's all sorts of stuff that is coming out for branded players. So you know, branded players have been eating really good lately. Ooh, and here we've got our first Zaylin the Shackled Dragon. This card is really interesting. Kind of adds a whole new dynamic to the concept of like chain blocking or negating things further down on a chain. Definitely a card we're going to see more of probably in Elf Note decks or Elven Note decks. And still haven't really pulled any of that branded stuff though, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to get a little bit of it. Here's another one of these GMX cards. Sadly, just not very good, but gotta love the Jurassic Park theming. Just another one of those fun little archetypes. Another Exo-Sister Carmiel. Poor Exo-Sister players have just really never had their moment. Deck has never been a huge contender, so they'll find it. And here we go with our next secret rare, Topologic Blaster Dragon. Yet another Dragon Link piece. Not the big guy from the box, but we'll take this still. And here we are in our last pack of our second box. Here we get Construction Warrior Plasma Magnum. I'm imagining more magnet support. So this box specifically, these are our two secrets that we pulled. Definitely more excited about the Radiant Typhoon card here. I mean, beautiful artwork. This archetype is so fun. It's great that Konami decided to make the, you know, MST negate meme into an entire fully fledged archetype. It just sort of goes to show the wellspring of ideas is not yet completely dry for Yu-Gi-Oh! All right, now on to the third box. So as I've said, we're hoping out of this last box we're going to get some branded. Maybe we'll hit that Starlight Forbidden Crown and some more elf notes to match with all of our new super rares. Those are our goals. Let's see if we can hit them. Oh, our first Archmage non-finito, not super sure. Beautiful card. Archmage cards are kind of in a league of their own right now in terms of the art, I think. Alongside Radiant Typhoon, I just absolutely love the way that these cards have been coming out lately. Archmage has been absolutely terrorizing a lot of Genesis lately. Not so sure how this card fits into that equation, but I guess that remains to be seen. Oh, here we go. Rescue Ace Arbitrator. New Rescue Ace support card. This is one of those decks that just feels like they can do anything they want sometimes. And personally, I'm not excited to see that they're getting new options, but if you're a Rescue Ace fan, this is probably a pretty big deal for you. Beautiful art. Beautiful secret rare. Happy to get this. All right, so we're coming up on halfway through this box. Still no sign of the White Albaz, still no sign of any branded cards, but I still have hope. Oh, and here we go. Boral Shroud Dragon, the guy from the box. Beautiful card, powerful card. Undeniably, this is gonna be, an absolutely powerful card in the new Dragon Link deck. Absolutely not excited to be playing against these. I'm sure there's gonna be an onboard piece that we see after like 20 minutes of Link spam, but if you're one of those players who's really into Dragon Link, then this is a beauty. Another Shellless. And here we go. Our first Elf Note Synchro, Elf Note Seraphim Strelitzia. Beautiful card. If you guys are interested in more box breaking videos and different sets, please let us know. Definitely trying to do more of these types of videos. Drade Dragon Mech, our first copy. We are still waiting on our second secret from this box if we're trying to be on rate for a number of secrets, but it's starting to look like we might only get the one out of this box. Hard to complain when we pulled a straw. Oh, never mind, here we go. Springans Kit, secret rare. I guess this kind of counts as a branded card, so there we go, our first branded hit. Absolutely wonderful. And with that, we've got 2 cards left. Don't suppose we'll find our White Albaz. And finally, our last pack magic. It's Junk Warrior Assault Mode is going to end us off here today. So, let's recap. And here we have it, guys, the best hits of our 3 box breaks, including our incredible Starlight K9 Ripper M here, but absolutely not forgetting our secret rare Forbidden Crown. Also go ahead and show off real quick this Tri-Brigade Spring Ants kit here. Just some great cards. Overall pretty happy with this pull. Anytime that you manage to pull Starlight out of, less than a case, you should be pretty happy, I think. So really nothing to complain about, especially with this beautiful staple over here. If you guys want to see more box breaks from us in the future, please let us know. Let us know what sets, what games, and yeah, hopefully we'll see you next time.